So we just got the worst piece of content of all time. And I will say it for what it is, the worst content. An iconic jersey retirement for a 2000 MT card that is unauctionable. And a challenge that takes like 20 minutes. We got better. We have never gotten a worse reward than this. We got bad rewards, by the way. But at least they had different... at least we had different cards. At least when we got... I don't know. We got a free amethyst. I can't even remember what player. It'd be player sculpt cards. Just unauctionable versions of cards we already have. And you know what 2K did right before they gave us the worst piece of content? The worst piece of content we've had? Remember what they did right before this? They made it so that only people that are followed by 2K can reply, and unfollowed everyone. They unfollowed everyone except DFS and Floki. The two guys they know will never say anything publicly bad about the game. They know. I don't know what these guys think privately. All I know is that the fact that DFS hated Trae Young so much that he lost money betting that 2K weren't going to be dumb enough to put him in the game. And then 2 weeks later, hyped him up on stream because he wanted to get on 2K stream. So they know DFS isn't going to say anything. They know Floki's not going to say anything. And then they accidentally left 2K Fitness slip through the cracks. And thank God they left 2K Fitness slip through the cracks. Because at the end of the day, 2K Fitness ratioed them into fucking oblivion. Ratioed them saying what we all wanted. This card was released at launch. This card needs to be hung up in the Ravs also. A non-auctionable Opal Gasol Locker card would have been better decision. Of course it would have. A card that is a 5 out of 10 Opal, worse than Christian Wood, but at least would have gotten people somewhat hyped. We simply have to do better for the community. Well, that's where the issue is that Fit is a person who cares about the community. Fit is someone who's not on payroll from 2K, who gives up his own time to be a next maker and try to get things fixed for the community. And by the way, most of the people that claim to be community leaders, I'm not even going to say I'm one. You can make the argument that because I'm benefiting monetarily off all of this, that I'm in it for myself. And I think that's a reasonable argument to make at the end of the day. Because I don't know when I step away from this, and when I step away from making major content, whether I'm going to be as actively involved as I have been the last few years. So I think you can make that argument. You can't with Fit. This guy has no monetary gain. He has nothing in it. The guy's an army vet. This guy is going out of his way, and the fact that he's one of the few that remain followed by 2K, and he used that straight away to say what we all feel. When we're looking at community leaders, you don't need to look at me. You don't need to look at me, someone who benefits monetarily from complaining about 2K. You don't need to look at the shills, because I don't think either of us are good. Either of us are good barometers for the community. I don't think I am. I don't think the shills are. Because at the end of the day, we're all out for ourselves. Guys like Fit, guys like Jazz, these are the guys we should be looking towards to help the community. Not me. And definitely not the shills. But at the end of the day, like, look, and I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough when it comes to things. Most people do what's in their best interest, including myself. I'm going to do what I feel is going to make me the most money in the 6 months I have left in this game. I'm going to. And I'll say that straight up. When I get into DBG mode, it's hard not to rant. Anyone that knows me in my personal life knows that when I get, like, I'm perfectly level-headed 90% of the time, but that 10% of the time when I rant about something, I can go on for hours. And I trigger that 10% of the time every time I boot up a camera as DBG. Like, that's what I do. For the likes of DFS and Floki, especially DFS, his goal is to get in with 2K. And that's what his goal is. His goal is to be on 2K TV, is to be seen as the face of 2K, is to be seen as the myteam professor. And that's what his goal is. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I don't think that it's right to call these guys voice of the community. I don't think it's right. And I don't think it's right to call me one either. Guys, we need to promote guys like Fit. Guys that don't have any stake in the game and are still going out of their way. Still going out of their way to help out the community. But this is a mad out situation because over the last few weeks, especially with the 250 bans, with everyone being banned, and I think the MT bans were justified, by the way. I think the MT bans were justified. I think it had to happen. I think they were justified. And I initially thought that it was actually a really good thing because Stellar Packs were the best things. Stellar Packs were the best things that we had gotten, the pack odds. But they only did that for 1 week, so I'm not going to give them any props there. And it's just a really, really bad. It's just bad. Like 2K knew this was going to be terrible, by the way. If 2K thought that this Pau Gasol would have been great content, they wouldn't have They might have still unfollowed us. And personally, the fact that I haven't been unfollowed at this stage is crazy. They should have, like, the fact of me being unfollowed is crazy. But, like, unfollowing Henry, it's wild. But, like, for example, in this scenario here, if this was an Opal Pau Gasol, everyone would have been spamming win. Well, not everyone, because there are some people that will say L no matter what. It would be 80% positive, 20% negative. But they knew that putting this out would be 1% positive, 99% negative. So they stopped anyone replying. So clearly they know internally that this content's a piece of crap. Like, they know that internally. And it's clear that, like, everyone's on different sides. But as much as I hate to say it, everyone's doing their job. And this is the worst thing when it comes to this, is that I hate having to be in this position. I hate having to rant about this game. I actually do. Because the people that I'm ranting about, the decisions that I'm ranting about, are people that I like. But obviously, we're all doing our job. My job is to talk about the game mode. Their job is to put out content. Unfortunately, if I don't deem the content to be satisfactory, I have to talk about it in a negative light. And that's just the unfortunate truth of what my job is. And if you guys look at NBA 2K22, there was maybe one video that you can consider a rant video that I posted between, I think it was like February, I went over with Jazz, I think it was like February 25th, start of Season 5 to halfway through Season 8. So there was that was like middle of July from the end of February. So there was a near 5-month stretch where I posted one video that you could even claim was potentially a rant video. Because I believe 2K, that was maybe, as far as content goes, the best spell, maybe the best spell that we'd ever had for content, other than parts in 2K21. That might have been the best spell. And the fact is that I'm uploading a rant video every day. Because there's nothing good in this game. And I actually hate it, because, again, the people that are on the dev team that I know, a former streamer that I get on really well with, and again, I know if I met this guy in person, we get on really well. One of the devs that used to come into my stream all the time, a guy who by trade is a maths teacher like myself, that I really like. I've been unfollowed by him for like a couple of months, and it's someone who's genuinely my friend. Like, the dev team, like, I like these guys. I like these guys, and I hate the fact that I have to constantly criticize their work. But when we get crap like this, I have to, and we all have to. And that's the issue: is that they don't want to listen to us anymore. They clearly don't. They don't want to listen, and they don't have to. Some of you are like, "Oh, we need a form unity." No, we don't. They don't want to listen to us. They don't have to listen to us. But the problem is, lads, maybe, just maybe, we can get better content. Maybe we can just not get this crap, and all of this would be easy. Every bit of this gets solved by not actively looking to screw over your hardcore fan base. And that's the issue: is that most of us in the community are the hardcore fan base. The casual fan base hates us. This is an us or them This is us or them right now. This is us or them. The casual fan base despises me, despises Ty, despises Splash. They especially despise me for some reason, even though I'm the budget guy, which is really weird. Like, Ty and Splash, the comp guys, they hate each other. There's never been so much division in my team. And the weird thing is that even though the smallest community in reality are the hardcore players, 2K have basically just said, screw the hardcore players. F the hardcore players. They have. That's what they've done today. The people that care the most about this game have been screwed the most. And they don't even want to listen anymore. They don't want to. They don't have to listen. They're a monopoly. They don't have to. They don't have to. And maybe them not listening at all will make them put better content out there. But we've got crap like this, so I don't think so. I think if they're left to their own devices, like, it's gonna get even worse. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you want to see a shill hyping up content, you guys can look at the replies in the My Team mode, because I don't know how long Fit's going to be able to reply. We know, like, we can tell right now by who 2K have unfollowed, who they deem as any sort of a risk. And by risk, I mean could say something bad, because, again, I wouldn't call Henry a risk. I call me a risk. And I get that one. I get me being gotten rid of. But Henry, Jazz, Killzamoy got unfollowed. Killzamoy! What type of risk is Killzamoy? I need to be certain about that. I need to actually be certain about that. I'm pretty sure Killzamoy got unfollowed. Like, what is going on? Yeah, they unfollowed Angus. They unfollowed anyone that they may have deemed a risk. And that's crazy. Not only do they not want the likes of me commenting, and I get not wanting to, I get not wanting me comment. I get it. Because if I'm going to reply to 2K, it's going to be mostly negative. Which is hard, like, which is annoying, which I don't even like doing. But, like, anyone who could potentially, if you remain followed by 2K and you're not fitting Chuka, who slipped through the cracks, or Gato, who doesn't even play 2K anymore, it means that they know you're not going to say anything negative. They know you're not. And yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. The company couldn't care less what we say, and which is crazy because I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably watch this video, and they're gonna watch a lot of other videos. But the Golden X Makers plan, one of the things is that the Golden X Makers program, as much as they want to say it's all about feedback, no, the Golden X Makers program is that people will complain about the game internally rather than publicly, and it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked, so they've gone a whole new direction. They've gone an entire new direction. I wonder I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't know what's going to happen with my team, but I just want to say it was a good run, man. It was a good run. Like, if we can talk about the 2K20 days, if we can talk about the 2K20 days when I said me alone, I didn't realize they had unfollowed like 100 people, because it was like 333 or something, now like 243, and then I said straight away I was wrong. You can admit when you're wrong, which is a lot of the time what nobody in 2K can do, but I'll admit when I'm wrong. I miss the days, man. I miss the days. I miss loading up, waiting for content, and people being excited. I miss when something good happened in the NBA, waiting for what's coming. I miss when people were excited and not waiting. When people were excited for new content and not waiting for the next way to be disappointed. I miss when having a good relationship with 2K didn't mean essentially stabbing guys who may have considered you a friend in the back. I miss when that didn't happen. I miss when that wasn't the case. And I miss when you could have a good relationship with 2K without having to be a shill. I miss when that happened. And when I mean a good relationship, I mean good public relationship. And okay, yeah, Jazz is a logo. It's because he's English. If he didn't have a logo, if he wasn't English, he probably wouldn't have one. As great as Jazz is, Jazz, again, I'll put my hand, Jazz and Fit are the guys we should be looking towards for the community, not even me. I have too much of a monetary interest in this to be too much for the community. These guys are who you guys should be looking to. I miss when I could wake up on a Monday morning after a historic performance by Emmanuel Quickley and get to use Emmanuel Quickley the next day. I miss when the NBA mattered. I miss when seasons were something. I miss when 2K didn't lie on dev blogs. I miss when we didn't need to get rid of something we liked to give us something else new that's good. I miss when they didn't make the game for a pandemic that we're no longer in. I miss the old 2K. And I'm genuinely sad that I miss when 250k was hyped. And thank God Carlo won. I'm so happy for that man. I'm so happy for that man winning. I miss when 250k became the biggest day for the community get-together. When all sides of the community, no matter what, got involved in hyping on all the players. But no, they disqualified 47 of the first 48 qualifiers. Sorry, 46 of the first 48 qualifiers. And then total tie, it was like 60 to 70%, which is a complete lie. It was 46 out of 46. 46 out of 48. It was like 95%. I miss when my team was fun. I miss when we would be hyped for things. And yeah, I always said that we should never fully fall for the hype because it would only lead to us being disappointed. we have no expectations anymore, and we're still getting disappointed. Back in the day, anytime we got disappointed is because maybe we overhyped something. We overhyped things as a community a lot back in the day, and then we became disappointed and angry. But at the end of the day, an argument could have been made 2 years ago, and when looking back on it, will say I was the worst culprit of this, which is why I use those 4 words that 2K don't like me saying. I was the worst culprit of overhyping things and then getting angry after something that I've overhyped didn't live up to my expectations. The problem is that this is objectively crap. Like, we're not even overhyping things. Our expectations are on the floor, and somehow it's worse. Our expectations are as low as they've ever been. They're lower than they've ever been, and somehow what we're getting is worse. But yet we can't even reply. And thank you, Fit. You've got about 3 days until you're unfollowed. And 2K, if you unfollow Fit. If you unfollow Fit. I get it, you couldn't care less about the wrath of Mick Curley. If you unfollow Fit, I want everybody. I want everybody to let them know. Anyone who's for the community, this guy is for the community. I'm not even talking about me. I want everyone to band together in support of this guy if they unfollow him. If they unfollow Fit, I want everyone to band together. And if you're not, and if you are someone who wants to be linked with 2K and you're not going to band together in support of Fit if they unfollow him, that's cool. I get it. You're looking to further your thing with them. But remember how many people in this community that you're stepping on right, that you're kind of stepping on right now helped you to get to that spot. Remember that. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.